Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. Hi, how's everyone been today? My day is about to have some ups and downs because, oh god. Well, that's not why, but I just realized I had a little pause because I realized my hotbar was on. I normally do my intros like this. Hello. But regardless, we're gonna continue on. And I am unarmored, unequipped for a reason. Before we proceed with the agricultural district land area thing, oh, agricultural area, it's got a nice ring to it. I want to find out exactly where my spawn is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. And that's not watch a replay because that requires a lot of effort. I'm pulling out my first ever video and listening to the sound of my own voice. So I'm just going to wait for the nice, beautiful "you died" screen. Ah, I didn't break my bread! I knew I was forgetting something. Right, shoot me then. Shoot me then. Is that it? 2 hearts, that's it. Come on. Come on. How about you? Shoot me. Shoot me, I dare you. One more hit, guys. Yeah. This block here. Okay. Now we know. It's revenge time. Ah! Oh, I'm missing everything. Nice. Okay, I'm all geared up now. So what is the plan? Well, I'm thinking I want to build out a little spawn square. So when I respawn, I've got a nice little area to frolic about in because I feel like throughout the series, start this world, there's probably going to be many times where I'm going to end up in sticky situations and end up passing away. And I have this idea, this funny idea of when we respawn, I assume we land on the spot here. I want some sort of way to detect when that happens and have like a little show going on around us. So I'm thinking like a little square with a lot of redstone lights. What are they called? Lamps? That's I won't find in there. The lamps that you make with the glowstone. And I wanted to put on a little flight show for us. Now, problem is, I didn't realize how close we are to the coast. I might do a bit of terraforming here and expand the land a little bit and get rid of some of this ice. Okay, I flattened out some land here, and our next step is to make our spawn square, but it's not actually going to be square. I'm thinking more of a round thing, like a plaza, I guess, but then it doesn't rhyme. Well, rhyme? No, then it doesn't alliterate. So I don't know what I'm actually going to end up calling it. I do think spawn square sounds funny, even if it's a circle. So I'm going to make a nice big giant circle. Oh my god, this is the worst circle I have ever seen. Stay in school, kids, because I was using an online calculator, online thingy that shows you how to build Minecraft circles, and when it specifically asked for width and height, for some reason I thought that meant the radius, so like this area here. But instead I think it's the entire thing, which is called the diameter. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been at school. And yeah, so basically I got the circle diagram for the very wrong circle. I fixed it. I actually put in the correct measurements this time. So, I dug a hole. We've got a big circle now. And I'm gonna actually move the stone bricks down to the layer with the redstone on it. I don't know what happens when your spawn block itself has got another block on top of it. I imagine you spawn above it, but I don't I don't want things to be weirded out. I don't want any weird stuff happening. So that redstone block is exactly the block we spawn on. So I'm gonna move the bricks down to that level. And then I made some space underneath to run some redstone. So hopefully that's going to be a lot of fun setting up. And I have the idea to get some note blocks in as well. I have never... Oh, I can't crouch. I've never made anything with note blocks. So having a little theme play when we die and respawn might be fun, or it might be salt to the wound. Who knows? Alright. I put the floor in. I think it looks pretty nice. It's got a bit of texture in, but it's not too bad. It's not too busy, and we don't want the focus to be on the texture of the floor because we're gonna put some lamps in there. Now I've ran into a little bit of an issue, so yeah, there's a bit of snow here on the edges. We had a bit of snowy weather here, and it snowed over the entire circle, which unfortunately meant we couldn't see any of the floor. So I pulled out my trusty water bucket, washed it all away so you guys can see, but that brings me to a problem of if we spawn here and it's all covered up in snow, we're not going to see the pretty light show because the lamps will have snow in it. I think the lamps will only melt snow if they're permanently turned on. So I think I'm gonna have to have the lights permanently turned on until I'm here in this spot, and then they need to do their flashy beautiful business. So we can't leave them off, which might make it a bit more difficult, but we'll see. I'm sure we can figure it out. Otherwise I might need to put a roof above here, but I think I want it to be open floor, no roof, open space. out in the space. Oh my god, I'm struggling. Open air. The word I was looking for is open air. Wait, that's 2 words. Wow, this is all absolutely useless. Thank you. I've got the lights in. So that was the easy part. Now it's the hard part of actually putting in some sort of animation with the lights. I was thinking about maybe adding in a bit more, but I think that might be fine. I'm not sure about these corners. Hopefully they're okay. This is the nicest I could get it to. And it's not snowed yet, but I'm pretty certain at least the areas around the lights will will not get snowed under, is what I'm trying to say. They'll melt the snow. So hopefully when we spawn, we'll always have a nice unsnowed in place. I need to come up with a name of this. Square? Spawn Square? I feel like it's just going to be called Spawn Square. I didn't do my research. No. So it turns out, that you don't always spawn in the same spot. So I don't know why I thought you would. Maybe it was like an old Minecraft thing. But yeah, I just did some testing. Yep, a little bit of testing. I spawned here, and before I spawned like here, and then like here. Like we're in the spawn square. We're in the spawn square, but we're not in this exact spot. So my original plan of just popping a pressure plate on here is not going to work. Also, I've been working on turning these lights on and off, so that's why a few of them are still on. And so I think to continue this project, eventually to get it working, we're gonna need to get some, what are they called? Skull sensors. So we're gonna need to find an end city, or whatever they call the deep dark. We're gonna have to find a deep dark at some point. But I am gonna continue working on the redstone. I'm blind. I'm trying to make sure there's no creepers. There is a creeper there. I'm continue working on the redstone, and we're just gonna use like a button or something for just now. But we're gonna need to go on an adventure at some point to get this finished. Well, we have some sort of margin now. Guys, I messed up. I messed up again. Oh my god. Things are not going that great this project. Let me show you what I've done. So I thought I was being real smart with this redstone here. Look how organized it is. It's got different colors and everything. You can see here that all the lamps are turned on with the torches. And this works great until it just doesn't. So this is my main sort of on and off switch. So if I were to power this, everything should turn off. There we go, everything's turned off, great. So we would want this to activate first when we spawn on the spawn square. But then you see everything is powered here. Because that's how it works. And that's how redstone torches work. You have to invert the signal. So because everything's powered here, I then can't send any other signal to get the light show started. Yeah, there's nothing because it's already all powered. So I'd have to turn this all off. And then we turn all the lights back on. Ah, I'm really struggling. Oh. Turn all the lights back on. I made it. And because somehow, I don't know why, but this line, this red line, which is the outside lights, it just gets stuck on. There's nothing powering it just now. I don't get it. There's nothing powering it. At least I think so. There's nothing underneath it. It just gets stuck on. So then I can't do the light show from this side. Because normally I would press this button. There's nothing. So I have to break a few... Ah, there we go. That fixed it. Honestly, I'm so confused. If we turn this on, now we're gonna have our light show again. And, yeah. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done wrong. I mean, I think I know what I've done wrong, and that's use all these redstone torches, but this whole idea is kind of needing a bit of a reset. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna have to power these lamps a different way. If I go outside, so we have a bit more space. I'm still not outside. There we go. I think instead of powering the lamps, if we show you guys like this. So this is how we're powering the lamps just now. Easy. But instead I think we're gonna need to do a little it turns on. So if we power the block that the lamp's sitting on, I think that might work. But it's gonna be a very tight squeeze in here. So I would need to rip these out and then put a block underneath and then lift the redstone up. Assuming that's gonna work. And then the whole thing is gonna need to be doing everything is gonna need to be doing, guys. But you learn something new every day, and I've learned that this is far more complicated than I thought it's gonna be. Oh, wish me luck. Alright guys, the rebuilding has begun, and you won't believe it, but I added an on and off switch for this row only so far, but I'm learning from my mistakes. So now oh wait, is it working? Oh, it is working. It's so hard now that I can't check from the inside if it's working or not. There we go. And then to turn it off, all you gotta do is retract this piston, and then the pulse can pass and it turns off. I'm learning. Now I just have to do this row 2, and then the middle row here as well. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is the center. I got confused there. Yep. And then I was gonna try to add a few different patterns, but honestly, I'm kind of swamped. I'm kind of struggling, so maybe we'll just have the spiral all the way around. I don't know. Feast your eyes. on the world's most unsatisfying spiral light thing. It looks oh not great. Guys, we fixed it. I did that. I did that. Ooh, spoilers, spoilers. Ooh, spoilers. Yeah, I fixed the redstone, and not only that, but I also worked on this entire spawn square to make it, well, worthy of being called the square, the town square, the village square. Da 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 da. Oh, that just completely ruins it, doesn't it? Okay, let's try that again. Da 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 da. Here it is. I planted some trees, I put up some lampposts, and now we have a path. Let's walk through it. Beautiful, cozy, serene, and still not fully mob proof, so I'm a bit looking out for creepers. I'm a bit on edge. That's what I'm trying to say. Here it is. I'm actually really chuffed with how it turned out. It still needs a decent bit of work, so I plan to have a path down this way to the wheat field and a path down here as well around the tree farm. I'm going to have to scale down this tree farm a little bit, I think, and then eventually lead it back to the greenhouse. So there's a few things here left to do. I'm also going to add a path up here where the chests are. I didn't bother cleaning those up because I'm not lazy. I just knew I'm gonna have to use them again later to make a path down here. And there's a creeper. Okay, I don't want to ruin all this hard work. Oh, please don't. I'm recording. Please don't. Alright, we've slept, we've took care of the zombies, sort of. I think they're just burning up back there. Yep. So let's talk about this, guys, because I didn't really include you all on the process for this because the redstone was stressing me out. Honestly, it is so bad down here. Let's have a look. It might look organized, but I have no idea what's going on. I've just used a few different colors. Let's see. So we have originally I had 3 separate loops going around. I don't know why. I don't know why that's what my brain decided was the easiest way to get this done. But I had an inside, a middle loop, and an outside loop, and keeping them all in sync was a nightmare. So at some point I had a little moment, and I realized I could just use the redstone from the outside loop and, you know, just send it towards the middle. And that seems to have worked out great because now we have this beautiful in sync light show. I also have an off switch, so if I need to shut off the signal, we can do that. Shuts it off. Great. And then if you turn this back on, I don't have a proper method, so I've just been putting a block of redstone. Not there. Here. That'll work. No. Here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix this. But if I put a block of redstone down, we have beautiful solid lights. And if we want to, oh, that's the wrong key. If we want to get rid of this, we just use the off switch again. Get rid of the signal. And then we have a little short pulse thingy here. And ta-da! Light show. Simples, but it was not that simple to add when trying to use my little brain. Okay. Enough with self-depreciation. Is that deprecate? Oh my god. Brain's fried. Alright, let's start wrapping up here for today because clearly I can't handle any more talking and doing redstone or anything like that. Overall, with the progress of the project, I am really happy with it because I struggled so much and I still got something working. And yeah, we don't have the note blocks, and yeah, we don't have the automatic detection, yeah, but we're gonna need to go to the ancient city for that. So let's focus on the future for just now because there's a couple things I wanna sort of organize my thoughts on. First off, the agricultural district's really close to getting finished, and I'm so proud of that. We're just gonna need to add a farm in this spot here, probably the cactus. And then we also need to add the sugarcane farm, and I'm kind of thinking this hill area. I don't know if I'll flatten it out or if I'm just going to build it into the hill, but sort of in there is probably where we've got the space for it. Then we're going to extend this path onwards and extend the path from in there as well. We're going to have a little animal farm area here. To be honest guys, the redstone, a big portion of it was just waiting for like the wool to grow on the sheep. And my current sheep collection's not very good, and yeah, I need a better farm. I need a better sheep farm. I also need to figure out a way to walk faster because the storeroom is so far away from the spot here, and building it was an absolute nightmare just running back and forth. So I'm thinking we're gonna go out and get a horse or two just to speed things up along for ourselves. So we're gonna need to build a stables as well. And since we're building out in this direction anyways, I might as well point out my plan for the future, and I used to have a big circular path as we do here, going all around this hill here. And on the hill, we're gonna build a big castle. So let's get to the hill and talk about that. Here we are at the location of the castle on this hill, and you can see the view of Snowy Village from up here. Gotta see the smelter, it looks so cool. I'm so proud of that build. The lighthouse feels kinda short from up here. And here's the greenhouse. And you can just kinda see the spawn square. And of course the igloo from episode 1. And the rest of the land. So you can kinda see how I'm going to have a circular path around here, and the castle. Now the castle is going to house our villagers, and I'm going to put a lot of stuff in here, so it's going to be quite a big build I think, and I'm definitely in no rush to get that started because I'm running low on pretty much everything again. So there's a couple farms we'll need to get going before we start on this project I think, but I'm really proud of how far we've come, and it's raining. And yeah, we got a big portion of the agricultural district now built, and we're gonna move on to the animal sites, and yeah, good stuff ahead. So hope you enjoyed my little rambling, and thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.